What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a video about FIFA 16 basically, my thoughts on FIFA 16. The game's been out for about 3 weeks now. We've had a couple of title updates, a few small patches, and we're going to talk about that in today's video and just generally how I feel about the game and how I see the game going. Now if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, that'd be absolutely awesome, and if you guys want to share your thoughts and feelings and feedback on the game, of course let me know in the comment section below. I will be reading a lot of the comments to try and get a general feel as to how you guys do or don't enjoy the game. So, first things first, we're going to talk about the gameplay, and then secondly, we're going to talk about FUT and the features. Of course, I don't play anything outside of Ultimate Team, so you won't be hearing anything about career mode or pro clubs or anything like that. In this video, it'll be strictly Ultimate Team. And talking about gameplay, there's a lot of good things about the game and a lot of bad things about the game. When I first started playing this game, I love the fact that it replicates real-world football the best, in my opinion, a FIFA game ever has. I think they've like nailed it with a lot of things. I think they have pace down to a T right now. I think, you know, pace isn't overpowered this year. It genuinely isn't. I feel like just the fact that you can actually pass the ball is fantastic this year. But there are massive problems that come with that, and with that is the fact that the passing is erratic at times. And I feel like sometimes you can play a pass, the most simplest pass, that will just get fucked up. And whilst that does happen in a real world situation quite a lot, even from the, you know, the best of teams, in a video game that's coded to be explicit in the way the actions work, that shouldn't really happen, because it takes an element of skill away from the game and the gamer, and it adds an element of luck to the game, which in a competitive online game shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be luck based, it should be skill based. And when sometimes you can pass the ball 10 yards and connect perfectly, and in the exact same scenario with the exact same players under the exact same conditions, a different time you can get a different outcome with the pass. I don't think that's how the game should be played. So whilst I really like the passing aspect of the game, I feel like they've done great work with the positioning of the players and the way the players run. I actually saw some complaints on Reddit about players not running. I like the way the players make their runs. I like the way the team is shaped, and I think your player instructions and your kind of in-game tactics and your formation is really relevant to how the game plays in that sense. Like if your players aren't making runs, set the players that you want to make runs to get in behind, because at that point, when you've got the ball with a player that's not that player, they are going to go and try and get in behind, which will offer you the option that you want. Alternatively, you could just press the left bumper or L1 button and that will be the same. So whilst I do say that pace is no longer relevant, the sprint dribble is still in this game in its abundance. Last year, the sprint dribble, or the power dribble, some people called it, was crazy overpowered, especially before the patch. Now it's the same, especially in and around the box, and especially due to the penalty calls within the game. I feel like if you've got the ball anywhere in sort of like the final third with a player that has high dribbling and high pace, you can literally just weave and zigzag through into the box, get chances on goals, and you're going to see it many times in this game that you're watching now. And you're also going to see me score a goal from it with Jesus Navas, where I pick the ball up in my own third of the field and basically just use sprint to sprint all the way down the other end, cut inside with the power dribble and smash it into the back of the net. So whilst pace in many manners isn't relevant in many positions, it's also very relevant in some positions. Like, and I think this is right to the game as well. Like the wingers and the fullbacks, the pace is super important. The strikers, the pace is relatively important. For your central players, like the centre-backs, the CDMs, the cams, pace is largely irrelevant, again, depending on formation. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1 with the 3 attacking midfielders, you're going to need some pace on those wide attacking midfielders. If you're playing a 4-2-3-1 with the wingers, you're going to need pace on the wingers, not so much in the cam. You know, it is relevant to the formation, but in general, I like the way this game plays. I like the way this game plays for the positive aspects of the game more than what I did with FIFA 15. I would say in a positive sense, this is my favourite FIFA ever. However, the game-breaking issues with this game and with this gameplay make this one of the worst FIFAs ever, and I think that's rectified and shown in the sense that so many people hate this game. And on Reddit, I've never seen so many complaint threads about a game as I do with this game. Even FIFA 15 didn't have this many complaint threads, and a lot of people didn't like that, even though I did. So the game is super one-dimensional. You're kind of forced to attack a certain style. It doesn't offer much in the way of like just creativity. Like you're very much forced to do the same thing over and over and over, and it makes this game very monotonous and very boring. And again, one of the threads I've literally just been reading on Reddit was, are you already bored of this game? Now, considering this game is just 3 weeks old, I've played about 200 to 250 games. I probably only played about 20 games in the last week and a half or 2 weeks, and it's literally just been for videos. I don't particularly play this game for fun anymore, because I find the style you have to play, because of how good the AI defense is, just very, very boring. You see this chance the guy just had there with Navas. That's one of the like easiest ways to attack, and it kind of forces your hand, and it makes it so hard to defend against, because if you touch him, he goes down. It's a penalty. You also get like, just, I don't know. It's just very, very boring. I think the gameplay is boring, and I think, foot draft aside, which we'll come on to in a second, EA haven't done enough to keep the interest of Ultimate Team at an all-time high. You know, there's nothing new in packs other than the foot draft token, and I mean, there's actually, that's not true. There's a few small things new, like you can get a free pack that's a jumbo gold pack. You know, they've made like minor changes here or there, but foot draft aside, Ultimate Team year on year for about the last 4 consecutive years has been exactly the same. And for me, it just I don't know, it just makes me lose interest in the game quite quickly. It really is a shame, because, like, as I say, like, positively this game plays like a dream, but negatively the issues with this game are crazy. And one of the issues is the penalties, the refereeing calls, and just the way that a tackle on the outside of the box that doesn't even get punished will be a penalty and a red card on the inside of the box. And it's something that you would think that EA would not only patch now, but you'd think that in testing they would have figured out, oh shit, we fucked up here. Like, I don't understand how some things get through in this game. However, they do get through and we have to deal with them. But if these referee calls are the way this game's going to be for the rest of the year, I don't think FIFA 16 is going to be a very popular game this year. I just can't see many people playing it. I probably wouldn't play it a lot myself, just because of the certain things that happen. And I think, like, this game, more so than ever, caters to the needs of the casual gamer. Like, it's very, very easy to defend. The AI does all of the work for you. Saying that, it's very difficult to defend once people get into the box. But other than that, you know, it's very easy to defend in this game. You just let the AI do it for you. It's very difficult to attack in this game, especially for a casual player. If you don't learn and understand the shooting mechanics, you're never going to have a good time with this game. I played against Jessie and was watching her stream yesterday, and she was basically complaining how she just can't finish her chances, and she gets like 10, 15 shots a game and she just doesn't know how to score. And that's somebody that plays this game for a living. Now, if you're just a casual gamer who plays this maybe 1 or 2 games a day, or maybe you can only play on the weekends when you've got time off work, and you're struggling, you know, you're putting 10, 15 chances together and can't score because of the way the shooting mechanics work, again, you're just not going to enjoy the game. You know, you're just not going to have a lot of fun with the game. For me personally, I've kind of found how the shooting works, and so for me, like, it doesn't really bother me too much. There are still certain games where I'll have, you know, 10, 12, 15 shots on target and I won't score and I'll lose 1-0 or 2-0. But for, you know, generally speaking, I win the majority of my games. And you would think with winning the majority of my games, I would, like, enjoy this game and want to spam the hell out of it. But as I said, like, you know, a few minutes ago, it's so monotonous, it's so boring to play, because it's so one-dimensional, and you just kind of have to play the exact same way no matter what. What I liked about FIFA 15 was, if you wanted to pass, you could pass. If you wanted to build a team around dribbling and skill moves, you could do so. If you wanted to pace haul, you could do so. If you wanted to build a team around, like, long shots because you wasn't good in the box, you could do so. If you wanted to build an attacking team because you like, you know, you like attacking and have got creative players, you could do so. Like, there was so many ways to play FIFA 15 to suit anyone's particular style. It was a lot of fun. But in FIFA sorry, FIFA 15, but in FIFA 16, you kind of have to play a formation that has a CDM and 2 wingers and run the wings just like this guy is doing here, and then either cross it with, you could use a triple tap cross, which is so overpowered and broken, or just run inside and draw a penalty or get an easy goal. And because of that, I'm just not interested in it. And this is where I scored that goal with Navas as well. You'll see I just blitzed past his whole team, cut inside with a power dribble, and a lovely finish. So now we move on to the FUT draft, guys. In terms of gameplay, I think I wrapped up pretty much everything I wanted to say there. I do enjoy the gameplay when it plays well, but when the issues kick in, it's one of the most frustrating FIFAs I think I've ever played, which is quite crazy because I don't really lose in this game. And I'm not just saying that to boast or anything. I just haven't lost many games. I think I've only lost about 20, maybe 30 games max out of 200 to 250, which is a crazy good record for me. FUT draft, I thought, had the potential to be the greatest thing this year. It turns out it's actually an absolute waste of time 9 times out of 10, unless you win it. And again, that winning it is largely down to being good enough to be able to consistently win it, which a lot of people will be able to do. So I've probably won about 18 drafts out of 25 entered, which I think is a good return. If you're not good enough at this game to win it consistently, which most people won't be, and especially with the amount of AIDS that's in FIFA this year, the chance of you winning it consistently is low. If you don't win it consistently, yes, you get prize value back for your 15k entry, but you don't get true value. If you lose in the first round, you get 15k's worth of packs. That could be a silver players pack, a silver pack, and a gold pack. Or it could be an ultimate loan rewards pack, a contract pack, and a 7.5k pack. It's not like people were trying to suggest to me on Twitter, but you get your money back. You don't really get your money back, because I would much rather open 2 7.5k packs than I would get those rewards. I've lost purposely in every round, and I've lost in general in every round to try and figure out the prizes. And even when winning the draft, the prize pool is so varied, so wide, that only winning it is an acceptable way of saying, yes, this was worth my time. Okay, so some people have lost in the first round, the second round, they've got a 5k pack, they've pulled a Ronaldo or Purple Aguero or something, and what you get in the packs isn't really what we're talking about here, but it's more about the value of the packs, what you get, and whether or not you would spend those FIFA points on those packs, or if you would spend those FIFA points on regular 7.5k packs. And more often than not, you just don't get value for money out of the FUT draft. I think the FUT draft could be a hell of a lot better if they offered more free ways to get in, or just reduced the price of the draft, or just upped the rewards of the draft, or gave you like a pack selection instead. Instead of saying you get, like, sometimes I got as a prize a 50k pack and a 5k pack, sometimes I got 2 25k packs and 2 5k packs. It's like the prices just vary, but maybe give you a selection of like 5 different prizes, so you can pick your 50k pack and a 5k pack, or you can pick 2 25k packs and 2 7.5k packs, or you can pick 5 15k packs. Give a selection, be like, hey, these are your choices, what do you want? Rather than give random choices. The best prize I've packed was a 100k pack and a 35k pack, so 135k in value. The worst prize I packed was 2 15k packs and a 5k pack, so 35k in value. So there's a 100k discrepancy between what you could possibly get as the worst prize in my experience, or the best prize, which is far too wide. I also think that online only, you should get a draft token for winning it, so you should get a re-entry, like a free re-entry. Just because you're unbeaten, like you're basically being punished for being unbeaten by not getting in. I also would love it if EA did daily or weekly tasks to win free draft tokens, or every time you win a season's title or a non-draft cup. So always online, not necessarily offline, because offline is just very easy to win anyway. But I would like it if, like, when you win Division 10, you get a draft token. When you win Division 9, you get a draft token. Division 8, you get a draft token. And so on and so forth. So just give more ways for the people to kind of get free draft entries. Because for me, although that doesn't make EA necessarily as much money, for me, what I wanted to see, and what I've always wanted to see, is EA rewarding the player who plays the game. So someone like Jukes or someone like Inception, who just play the shit out of this game, should be rewarded for spending that much time on this game. And if someone like Jukes was given a token every time he won Division 1, the dude would have lots of tokens, he'd be able to play the draft, and he'd enjoy it. He would love FIFA, he would love it, love EA for it, and it would still encourage those people to play the draft who don't have the means to win the division titles, they don't have the time to win the division titles, they don't have the want to win the division titles, they could still spend their coins and their FIFA points on getting into the FUT draft. On top of that, I think the player pool in the FUT draft is really poor. You literally see the same sort of 50 to 60 players every single time. Every single time you see the same players. And for me, the draft was supposed to be about the ability to put together a team with what you're handed to the best of your ability and then play. I wanted to see bronze players, silver players. I wanted to see genuinely teams with like 35 or 40 chem. I wanted to see so much more out of the player pool from the draft. I wanted to have to take that English left back that's bronze and rated 45 to link my centre back and left midfielder. I didn't want to have to, you know, I could basically spam the draft and I'll definitely get 90 to 100 chem every single time, which kind of defeats the purpose for me. I also think that there's a lot to be done with the draft in the sense that if I have, say, the 4-2-2-2-2, the 4-2-2-2, and there's no, I literally don't have left or right wingers, don't offer me ever left or right wingers. Don't give me Inform Ronaldo as my captain because he doesn't fit my formation. It should definitely be prevalent, you know, it should give you players that are prevalent to your formation and really suits the team that you have. Doesn't seem to do that, which is a shame. But yeah, I thought the draft could have been the best thing in FIFA in a long time. It turns out it's just really, 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 really disappointing, and I'm very I don't know, just very upset, very unhappy with how it's come out. Maybe they'll make changes to it in the future, which will be great. In general, I think I like FIFA 16 as a game that I'll play casually and as a game that I'll pick up, play a few games and put down. But I just don't think this game is as good as last year. I just don't think it's as good a game. There's still another patch to come out, which might change my opinion on that. It'd be interesting to come back and watch this video in another month or two and see how my opinions have changed. But yeah, in general, I don't think this game is that great. I think there are just far more negatives that outweigh the positives that are in this game. And I probably can't see myself playing it much other than for videos and streaming. You know, I won't play this in my own time as a game for fun, which is really disappointing because I absolutely love FIFA. But anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on FIFA 16. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, so thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace!